Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. Looks like we're going to start this race in P7 today. Cars locking it up in front of us in turn 1. The field today is at 32.73. We're coming into this race with a 21.37 rating. See, the leaders are right on the tail of one of those GTP cars. This is a 35-minute race. A license requirement for entry. We're going to need to stop at least once for fuel. Going a little wide there. That's probably a 1X. This is multi-class racing. We're going to see 3 classes here. The GTP, also known as hypercars. Then there's the LMP2 prototypes. That's the class that we're in. And the 3rd class is the GTDs, also known as GT3s. It looks like one of the GTP hypercars is slowing up our group still. Two of them up there, a Cadillac and a Porsche, it looks like. LMP2s right behind them, a lot of side-by-side in front of us. Looks like the LMP2 leader made a mistake. Cars in front are going to be bumping each other. We're now side-by-side. We're going to squeeze them on the outside to make sure we have the room in turn 1. We've got somebody on the inside. We're going to go a little wide into the gravel. We still have an okay exit. We may have lost a position in the overall. A lot of bumper-to-bumper racing here. It looks like a GTP is trying to get through the LMP2 field. I'm not sure if the 3rd class, the GTDs, also known as GT3s, are here. Track map isn't showing. Trying out a new track map for the recordings. Not new, it's the track map I use when I'm racing in ovals. You guys see it for the first time? One of the GTP hypercars finally got past us there. Field's starting to spread out a little bit more now. It looks like we have fallen down to 8th place in our class currently. With the strength of this field, if we can get a decent finish here, there's a lot of points available for us. 32.73 average is quite a high average here. We must have some pretty high rated cars up front. You can see the first place car in our class pulling away from second there. Track map. By quite a bit. Don't know what happened there, if that's just pace or if that was an incident that caused them to separate like that. Bit of smoke up ahead, slow LMP2 car in front of us. We're going to have a run on them using the draft right now. Gonna be right on the tail. We've got somebody right behind us as well. Bumper to bumper. We've got a run on them. Going to go to the outside there. It will eventually be the outside to this corner upcoming. Car behind us. Whoa. Getting close there. Car behind us now has a run to the inside, trying to get past us for side by side. Looks like we're going to have to let that position go. Falling down another spot here. Trying to get by that car in front. I made a mistake. Still nose to tail with the car in front of us, currently 9th in our class. Looks like maybe they weren't being drawn earlier. We're starting to catch the GT3 classes. Still bumper to bumper with the cars in front. Currently 9th in our class. Got another car catching us right here because of the traffic in front of us, I think. They're trying to get by. Going a little defensive. GT3 car here. One of the GT3 cars quite slow, it looks like. Very, very far from the rest of their field. We're going to pull into the pits now. All kinds of traffic there. This should be a quick stop, fuel only. Looks like we're going to be one of the first cars to take our stop. We've fallen down to 12th in our class, last in our class for now. Busted up GT3 car in there, looks like a McLaren. It's tough to tell from the backside. They didn't have much of a rear end on that car anymore. Starting to see some more of the GT3s. Slow GTD coming up behind us. Or, sorry, GTP. Maybe car starting. One of the laggers there, or maybe they pitted early. We should have a fairly clear track for a little bit here. We ought to be able to close some time on the cars in front of us that were really battling and slowing us up too wide in front of us quite a bit there. The hypercar going by on the inside, blinking, disappearing. And then back on screen. It's a little bit of a scary moment sometimes. We're going to need a fast, very clean race to make it in this one. We're up in the top splits already with 2100 rating. Closing in on GT3 car. Flashing our lights, we'll be passing in the inside here, going into the bus stop chicane, giving them as much room as we can. Probably shouldn't have. We would have probably had a faster exit and not had them anywhere near us. Looks Looks like we might be up one more position. We'll have to see next time we cross the line if that's the case. I'm still seeing 12th. Oh, there's an LMP2 car coming out of the pits behind us. It says 10th on the map, 11th. We probably just didn't see the car in the pits there. I think we're back up to 10th in our class. The rest of the field starting to run into the GT3 traffic now. We've had a clear track for several laps. Hopefully that gives us the advantage here overall. I think we'll only have to get through the GT3 field once. They're going to be passing a whole lot of them multiple times here. Catching some of the GT3 traffic now. Pass in turn 1. They're going to still be right there, pressuring us a little. We're going to stay in front, no problem here. Cars behind coming in contact with the GT3s. It looks like we're back up to 7th place in our class. We're now getting through the GT3 field ourselves. We've only had to do this once now. I think it should be the only time we'll have to do it the whole race. Most of the field decided to go through the field through the GT3 field twice. They passed most of them, and then they'll have to pit for fuel. Pit window should be closing soon. Another LMP2 car coming out of the pits in front of us. There's a car not too far behind right now. McLaren in front of us. We're flashing our lights. Get by on the inside here. Get by just in time. They should slow up the car behind. Our panel says 8th right now. For some reason, do think we're up into 7th. Track map also says 7th position. Created a little bit of space between us and the car behind, closing in on the car in front now. Probably about a 1.5 seconds back. We've got 8th place right on our tail right now. Trying to close the gap to the car in front. We have a little bit over time, still 7th in our class. The panel's finally updated. Still trying to fend off 8th place. Hold on to 7th in our class right now. We did start the race in 7th. Not much time remaining in the race now. We're just over a minute here. How many laps we do will depend on where the leader is when time expires, and that is the leader of the GTP class we're talking about. The overall race leader. Closing in on the car in front of us now. Well, within a second. Car behind us is still right on our tail. Going full defensive now on the inside line here. We'll go back to the racing line. The car in front is going to be side by side with us through here. We're still going to try and defend it. They did eventually make the pass there. We're going to try for the crossover. They're defending the inside line. We're going back to the normal racing line here. This is a tight battle here. Oh, we got a little bit sideways there. Fishtail, we recovered. Still right there now with 7th place in our class. We're currently 8th. Lost a little bit of time to the car in front. It looks like the overall race leader is starting to come up on us now. Time will be expired. I think we might go one more lap here. GT3 traffic in front now. Not sure what happened there. LMP2 car pulled off to the side and parked it. We've taken 7th place back again. I think they ran out of fuel. We have one more to go here. They might just be waiting for the leader to pass them. Well, it looks like somebody made a miscalculation and didn't fuel up enough to go another lap and needed the leader to go by just to finish in the position they were. They had to give up at least one, it looks like. They are done from 9th place down. We could only finish in 8th. Worst, I think, maybe not actually. 8th place is stopped still. They just keep losing time as we keep moving. I'm not completely sure what happened to them. I think they ran out of fuel though. Whoa, losing it at the very end there. That will be the end of the race. We started the race in 7th and finished in 7th. Our rating went from a 2137. We gained 4 points. We're at a 2141. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.